Right, so sorry, I'm just quickly reading through, make sure I missed nothing. Sorry, hello, Sean. I haven't even said hello yet.
Say hello. It's all a bit bizarre.
Yeah, tell me about it. Okay, so right, my name is Mark Harrison. I'm a member of the Northampton Outlaws. I play wing, fullback, and any of the back position these days. I am outlaw number 27, and today we are going to be talking to Sean Litchfield. Sean, if you can just introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Sean. Been with the Outlaws for quite a few years now, on and off. Play second row, not very well, and very, very occasionally. Outlaw number 30. And gay and him and his.
Apologies, I did forget. Yes, sorry, I'm straight, and my pronouns are he and him. Yeah, okay, cool. Thank you, Sean. Okay, so as you know, we've got 9 questions coming your way. And the first one will be, what comes to mind when you think of LGBT spaces or groups, such as the Boston Q space, etc.?
Interesting one. It's one of those, I didn't come out until I was quite late. I was 22 when I came out. So I've always been predominantly in quite straight spaces, or always been in quite predominantly straight crowds, and still am to this day in most occurrences. So gay spaces, gay venues, shall we say, I've always been the occasional night out. I'd go to Leicester, it's normally Dover Castle, amongst others. And don't get me wrong, I have a fantastic time. But there'd be the exceptions, whereas most of my time is going out, I'll be going to straight pubs, I'll be going quite a few metal venues as well. So places where we're more traditionally associated with being straight. And yeah, you get the full mix in both sets. Street Life, when that was open in Leicester, always billed as a gay venue, and there'd probably be more straight people in there than gay half the time.
Yeah, I found that my first experience as well. I found that as well. I think
always been quite casual in that sense. So yeah, I've never been particularly fussed about going to gay spaces because I'm gay and I feel I need to go to gay spaces. It's more it's a bit of a difference, a bit of a let's do something different tonight, and then tomorrow we'll do something else, and that way.
Oh, that's cool. That's good to know. Right, and so question number 2. When you think of a traditional rugby club, what images come to mind?
Meaning nothing sexual about it, but it's your big burly men in tight shorts. Yeah, a lot of camaraderie, a lot of pranks and larks, a lot of drinking.
Yeah,
really drinking, and yeah, just the boys having a good time while everyone else drinks and drinks.
That's pretty much what I said to that one as well, to be fair. Right, so on the back of that one then, so what did you think a gay/inclusive rugby club would be like?
I was a bit curious. Many moons ago, I had read a I can't even remember, it was like an interview documentary column on, I believe it would have been the Steelers back then.
Yeah,
one of the original ones going. And yeah, they had said everyone expects it to just be, excuse the terminology, but very effeminate boys running around and lots of hugging in the shower and that sort of thing. And they said there it wasn't anything like that. It was a fairly normal rugby experience with the slight twist of having mainly gay people playing.
Yeah.
And that has been pretty much the experience I've had. Yeah, the bits of odd times I have played for straight teams, the relatively few times I've played for Outlaws, have been a fairly similar experience in that, yeah, it's a standard blokish, let's all roll around in the mud, lots of hijinks and high spirits, a few fights, and then we'll all go and get absolutely slaughtered. The only difference is the straight ones are slightly less inclined to end up in gay bars, although I have seen that happen.
Oh yeah. So I think those of us that have dipped in there, it is no different. It's just a laugh.
Yeah.
It is probably more, yeah, it's probably more of a laugh than the average place, because it's not all about everyone, all the guys hitting on the girls. It's just everyone having just a laugh and a dance, isn't it? There is no, you're not going in with a pretense or anything, you're just going in to have fun.
Yeah, that's it. And in some ways, I find it a lot more refreshing than the, shall we say, traditional gay venues where it is all about being gay and it's so in your face.
Yeah.
And that can be quite off-putting sometimes. Yeah. Being gay is a part of what I am, and I'm not ashamed of that in any way. But I've never wanted to be all that I am. It's never been my entire character. Where sometimes you go to the, especially some of the gay venues, and they are so in your face, and that is their entire persona.
Yeah.
And you do wonder if you took that away, would there be anything left? So, from that angle, yeah, gay rugby teams I do find quite refreshing, because it's there in the background, but it's not a major thing really.
That's fair shout. All right then. So, how has the Outlaws changed your view of rugby clubs and teams, and what about the gay scene? Has it changed your view in any way?
Little bits here and there, I think. It's brought me back into sports as much as I can play.
Yeah.
In that I was always afraid that I was going to be the gay boy in the corner that wouldn't be accepted, and it was always in the back of your mind. So, while I'm pretty sure 99% of the straight clubs out there would quite happily accept me for who I am, and I could just walk in and play, it would always be that little niggling thing. Whereas having the gay inclusive side of it has made it a lot more welcoming, that I'm willing to try.
Yeah.
And having now tried with the Outlaws, I would probably be more inclined to try with a normal team. And in terms of the gay culture altogether, I think it has shown there's a little bit more to it than just the wild parties on a Friday night and everyone dancing around like queens, which is all good fun. And don't get me wrong, I do enjoy it, but it's nice to have a bit more of a normal view of that sometimes.
Oh, that's good.
Especially sometimes with the media, even that's the only bit you see.
Yeah, that's very true.
Nice to think, there was actually a normal side to it too. They are actually people that lead a fairly sedate existence sometimes. Yeah. Mainly after a night out.
That's fair enough. Right, I think you pretty much touched on this one. Have you had any previous playing experience?
Every now and again. I'm blessed with a very, very poor eyesight. And when I was a child, you did the compulsory, let's do 3 weeks of football, let's do 3 weeks of rugby, let's do 3 weeks of athletics, although for some reason javelins weren't allowed very often. And being blessed with poor eyesight, I think I'd have been about 12. I remember doing the school sports, the typical PE session, and I was hanging back, because it's quite a good thing to do when you don't really know what you're doing and you can't see. And next thing you know, someone had kicked the rugby ball. It had gone over my head. I was shorter back then, and landed behind me. I couldn't see it. And said person then ran past me, grabbed the ball and scored a try. And I felt about 6 inches tall, which is not easy for me. But I literally couldn't see it. I had not a clue what had gone on. At grand old age of 39, when I was a kid, contact lenses weren't particularly readily available. Yeah. Especially not on a budget, so to speak. So it was one of those, you wore your glasses or you didn't. And wearing glasses to rugby matches is not a good idea.
Yeah, not the safest, is it?
Coming into adulthood, the contact lenses are a bit more readily available. And so, I've occasional brushes with sports, but you kind of get out of the habits. By this time, I'm a fully qualified geek, very fond of my computer games, and
good lad.
So I wouldn't say I didn't like sport, and I will watch rugby at every occasion, but it hadn't even occurred to me kind of that would be something I could still do. Yeah. And it wasn't really until I met the Outlaws, which again was purely by chance. They were doing the Leicester Pride event, and they'd set up a stall, and Martin was doing massages. Pay a fiver, it goes to the company funds.
Yeah.
As it happened, I'd also managed to screw up my sciatic nerve lifting a barrel. My friends clubbed together, paid for me to have a massage in the hope that I could actually walk. And you're there, stripped half naked in the field, as you do, especially when I meet the outlaws. Pretty much every time I meet the outlaws. Anyway, yeah, you're laying there, this random stranger trying to get some life back into your back. He's like, you'd make a blooming good second row. And that, what does that mean? Still not entirely sure I know what that means. Yeah, and that's how it got started, and that's how they kind of tempted me back into playing. And so once I'm playing, I got the bug, and I do actually enjoy it. Still no good, and I'm still a bit fat and lazy. But
Amy, that's good going. Right, so thinking back then, how did you feel before your first training session? If you can remember.
Scared, I think, was the phrase. Definitely apprehensive. So having not done any fitness in quite some time, having certainly not played rugby since I was literally in middle school.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago, and you're thinking, don't really know what I'm doing. I'm going up with people that are, quite a bit fitter than me. In some cases, quite a bit younger than me. And I've been, playing rugby for some time now, so presumably know what they're doing. I'm going to be completely out of my depth. Still have that occasionally, especially having quite long absences between me playing. It's a case of I'm going to tip up, I'm going to make an absolute fool out of myself. They're all going to fall out with me because I'm going to drop the ball or something daft. So yeah.
So straight from that then, how did you feel after your first training session?
I always come away every single time I'm ever involved with them, even if it's just a quick catch up and a drink. The camaraderie, you come away feeling a part of something a lot better, bigger than yourself.
Yeah,
and these are friends that I can meet up with. I hate to say it's happening at the moment, but it's every couple of years. Sometimes I'll meet up with them, and it's like you've never been out the road. And I love that about it. And so the fact you can make a complete twat out of yourself, and I am very well known for doing so. But at the end of the day, it's well, try and learn from it. But they'll forgive you if you do it again. To a point, obviously. Of course. And so you always wonder, so why was I worried? Why was I scared? And I probably next time I'm still going to have nerves, but it's going to be all right because they're a cracking group of lads. And
it's a safe space to have nerves, isn't it? Everyone is supportive. Everyone's always going to egg you on. No one's going to take the piss. If they are, it's in jest, and it's in jest. Oh yeah, and they'll be merciless and rip the shit out of you, but they'll do it in a fun, friendly way. As long as they'll know if you're taking it in the right spirits, and if you're not, they'll stop. So it's all good for now. All right then, so what advice would you give a new member or someone out there watching right now who's thinking about getting involved?
Give it a go. It's, I well believe it's not for everybody, but you don't know if you don't try. So I was very apprehensive before I first went off and put it off for the longest while. And then as soon as I got my foot to the door, I was hooked. So the rugby and the gaining skills and fitness, not that you'd judge it from my belly, they're all good parts of it. But the camaraderie, the team comes together, and it is a fantastic experience, a fantastic group of people. And all supporters, be it the team themselves, be people in the background, the crowd always seems to be there no matter what's happening, how big or small. And it's just a fantastic time, whatever's happening. So the social life's great. The rugby's not bad, especially when I'm not playing. And I just love it. And if you're not quite sure, if you're not sure if it's you, give it a go. Because end of the day, if you try it and it's not working, you've given it a try. There's no harm, no foul. But if you don't try, you'll never know. And it could be one of the best things you ever do.
Right, I'll give you a few seconds to think of this next one. Right, so in 3 words, could you describe the Outlaws? So if you could describe the Outlaws in 3 words, what would they be?
Oh, crikey.
Give me a few seconds. Back in 3 seconds, but I'll give you a few seconds as well. What's that?
Cool.
Sorry about that, Sean. Go on then.
All right.
So, if you could describe the Outlaws in 3 words, what would they be?
Oh. Camaraderie, passion, and fun. Possibly not the most exciting 3 words I can give.
I think I
On the
had
spot,
passion
that's
there
not
as
bad
well.
for me.
I think I had family, passion, and motivation. I think I had. So yeah, passion. I agree. That's good. Good 3 words. Very good 3 words. All right, and that actually is all 9 questions. So thank you very much for answering the questions and taking the time. So, and I can't wait to see who you pass it on to when you have to do your questions.
Look forward to it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching the interview with an outlaw. If you like what you saw, please click like. And if this is the first time you're here, why not hit subscribe for more from our channel? We release 5 every Friday, so let's see who will pass it on next.